I'm chilling, bro. Getting over sick. What's everybody? Just talking to town, man. I got my brand Danilo here, man. Big time upcoming fashion design. I want to say upcoming, bro. I'm already rising, bro. Introduce yourself to the people, bro.
What's going on? I go by the name of DONILA. I'm the main founder of Keela Family Empire, which, derived Keela, right? Pronounced Keela, quality, unique individual leading America. We got a whole philosophy behind the brand. But, yeah, man. Let's go with you.
I'm chilling, bro, man. It's crazy because, like I said, I feel like you like extension of the family, like because I know so many, I'm real close to your folks, like even though we don't know each other. Like I said, like I just Tatiana just was in my fucking Facebook shit earlier, like you know what I'm saying. I grew up with them, like I said you know Jimmy from the music and shit, so
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like
Me and Jimmy, he recorded my first song when I did it with him. Cause I started as a music artist, and this is how all entertainment, videography, all came about. And now I'm not just a music artist. I'm not just a designer. I'm a whole arbiter of creation and entertainment. You know?
what do you mean by that? I ain't gonna lie, I'm very curious to what you mean by arbiters for the people that don't know, and I definitely
Right.
don't know what do you mean by your arbiter?
So think of, how everyone tosses around the word connoisseur, they're connoisseur this, connoisseur that. An arbiter just means I'm the dictator. I dictate what's hot. I'm the judge with the gavel, and I slam it down what's hot, what's not. You know what I mean? So when it
Okay,
comes to entertainment, clothing,
you the
music,
trendsetter.
whatever, like I'm
You
like,
the
yeah, if I
trendsetter.
say he's a fire singer, he's a fire rapper, he's the number one barber, he's the number one hairstylist, whatever I say, people are gonna hear, all right, since he's vouching for it, we definitely gonna check it out now. They two more and it's actually happened. I was on a reality speed dating show probably like 2 weeks ago, right? And because of
Okay.
my association and my team that reposts whatever, you know what I mean, they see we're a part of, yeah, that joint jumped the number. It spiked in the thousands. You know what I mean? So that's dope just to see uh what my contribution to whatever organizational project it comes in fruition of that. You know what I mean? And I
Okay. Yeah.
love entertaining, man. I love making motherfuckers laugh. I love having a good time, and I love bringing something that people either talk about, resonate with, or they could be like, "Damn, that's hot. How can I learn more? Or how can I find out more about dudes?"
Now I definitely see. Like I said, I like to like kind of learn about you while we talking. So I did a little bit of research. You know, like I said, you did the music, you do the fashion. You seem to got models. You seem to got, like I said, a lot going on. What's your main focus right now? What's the focus on?
So right now, Sunday, Streetwear finale, April 27th. This is probably my biggest show yet in my life. Super honored to be a part of it. Shout out Jimmy Buzz, shout out Ryan Asia, allow me to be a part of this. June 21st, we're gonna do our first annual basketball give back event. So that's basically we're doing it for the kids, right? Kids
Okay.
organization. Anyone can sign up. We're gonna have coaches, and food vendors, Jamaican cuisine to be exact. Shout out my boy Devon out here in Whole Street, and basically, whatever kid group wins, game of 21, right? Whatever kid group wins, they get CC's Pizza. Boom, whole team, good. And now the adults, if they want to play too, because we're also gonna have cheerleaders as well, and we're actively looking for dancers. So if anyone interested and wants to be a part of it, it's gonna be a major project. But the adults, they get not just jersey customs from my brand and my homegirl brand, but they also get the winning team gets a boat cruise, and no other clothing brand is doing that in Richmond, Virginia.
Oh,
And
I'm
I
gonna
made a
come down and
whole
hoop then.
give
I
back.
hoop, so I'm gonna come down and support you, whether we win or not. Hopefully we win, but I'm gonna come down and support you then, bro. For
Yeah,
sure. I
yeah,
like
we
anybody
got two
giving
major
back.
sponsors so far. So the first one being Certified Magazine Awards.
Okay.
Certified Magazine, they're gonna be a part of it as a sponsor, and the other one is what is it? Universal Music Executive slash Celebrity Boxer Promoter C Miller. So he gonna be in the
Okay.
building. He's gonna be sponsoring us too as well, and it's just everyone major in Richmond. You know what I mean? We're just bringing it all
Okay.
together.
Is that where you're originally from? I know your folks from out Reston, really, where I met them at.
Nah,
But is
I
that where
mean,
you originally?
I'm all over East Coast for real. So I was born in Reston, Virginia, moved
Okay.
all over from D.C., Chicago, Illinois, Crystal Lake, but majority of my life has been in Virginia, in Long Branch, New Jersey.
Okay. Okay. What
That's how my
inspired you to take this journey? What was your inspiration down this journey, down this path? What brought you on this path, bro?
everything started from music, right? So I got
Okay.
inspired from my uncles that did music. So my father figures in my life, like my father wasn't really there, right? It was
Okay.
absent time, then it was hardship, and then it wasn't until I was older we really rekindled everything, right? So in between that time, I had my uncles, and they was always around. You know what I mean? So it's like the mindset, the mentality, standing on principles that really led me to who I'm gonna fuck with, who I allow to have access to me or not. So your yes and no is super powerful in your circle group, right? And anyone who wants to be
Facts.
around you, regardless if they want to leech or learn off you or just be like, damn, what is it about dude that makes him so, like, you know what I mean? So important, or so everyone's going to him for some reason, right?
Right.
So your yes and no is allowing access. So it's just depending on life, you know what I mean? It was a lot of ups and downs, good and bad, but I feel like the good always outweigh the bad. But the bad was definitely some. I had to get knocked down on my head a few times. You know, we always got to go
We all do.
through
We
struggles
all
and
do.
everything, learn some life, and it's just through that. Through my travels, though, I've learned about putting together. So our brand resonates with a three intercontinental bridge, right? The
Okay.
three intercontinental bridges, which I'm speaking about, which our audience residents want, right? All our people, as far as supporters. The first bridge being Middle East Africa, where the three major religions from, right? So Judaism, Islam, Christianity, and then Africa. You know, everyone started from humanity from there. You know what I mean? If it
Right.
said in the Bible Jesus had war, hey, we all know, man, he ain't white like they depict him out to be. You know what I mean? Ain't no way,
Not
bro.
to cut you
Ain't no
off. Not
way.
to cut you off. Where you from? What's your nationality so people know? Because I don't want
Oh
them to.
yeah, I'm Latino. I'm Salvadoran Mexican.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and
I
then
just
the
want them to know.
second bridge is South Central America, so my
Of
Latino
course.
heritage, right?
Of
So if
course.
it
Of
wasn't for
course.
my grandparents coming and crossing that border illegally, I wouldn't be here talking to you the way I'm talking to you, looking the way I do. Because if I take off my shades, motherfuckers might think I'm Filipino, Hawaiian, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Nah. For
But I'm
sure.
like,
For
damn, they're
sure.
like, yo, you sound like you from New York and shit. Well, I guess it's mad East Coast influences, you know?
You
Then the
sound like you
third
might be
bridge
around some
that connects
black
everything
folks.
else,
You
the
sound like you
third
be
bridge is
around some black.
mankind.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter the language barriers because now we got AI, IE. That's AI right there, IE, IA,
Okay. Okay.
IE. But yeah, the AI shit, man. Now it's like everyone can get communication. Anyone can get
For
what's
sure.
this mean? What's that mean? Just speak on it real quick, you know? The translations. Yeah, man. It's us.
Okay, now I'm glad
Mankind.
I'm glad to see you speak about doing stuff for the for the culture. I noticed that you have like from your videos, you got multiple different. You don't just have brown people around you, you got black people around you, you got
Of
white
course.
people around you. You know what I'm saying? So I think like that's the DMV vibe. We so used to the cultural diversity, like
Yeah,
you know.
crazy melting pot. When I flew out to, they flew me out to Texas last year to be the videographer for South by Southwest. So shout out Lil Semi, shout out Israelite Music Group. You know what I mean? Treat me
Okay.
mad good out there, man. And I was the only probably Mexican kid around them, but they was like, yo, man. At the end of the day, you fam, you
Yeah,
fam
now you,
regardless. You
bro,
know what I mean?
you don't know
So
your lineage is like super dope. Like I said, we always been like a mixing pot in DMV. Like your family's been around brown, black people. Like I said, they grew up around us. Like you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Just like they was one of us. We never even thought any different. I'm half Spanish anyway, but we ain't think of nothing of it. You know what I mean? So like I said, how is the how's the culture down in Richmond, man? How is that embracing you down there, bro? I see you get a lot of
bro,
love down there.
no bullshit. And everywhere that I've been, I gotta say, in other Virginias where I stayed for the most, where I went middle school, high school, but in my adult life, Southside, the hood of Southside showed me the most love. They showed me the most support. I got the most support out here in different opportunities and different entertainment spaces out here in Richmond, Virginia. That's where I met everybody who speaks and vouches for me highly here, Richmond, Southside. You know what I mean? The whole community in general, but like the hood of Southside, man.
Oh no, I
Mad
definitely
love,
got big
mad
love
love.
love for Richmond. I got love for Richmond. Richmond shows
Yeah,
me hella love too. So like I said, I think it's the southern hospitality part of Virginia a little bit with that shit. Like they rock with you, they rock with you. You know what I'm saying? They don't rock with you, they don't rock with you. You know what I mean?
yeah.
That
They
type
gonna be
vibe.
real blunt. You know what I mean? They gonna be
Yeah,
real blunt. You know what I mean? It's a lot of Before like the last 10 years, it was a little slower, right? But I feel like we're going through a renaissance period of just like, okay, now, yo, you know what? You could do that, and I could do this, and we could all get money. Now people are starting to be more open minded as far as like, oh shit, like that's dope. And it's not like so much like dick riding. Now it's like, oh shit, like okay, cool. Like how can I be a part of the your feng shui, your project, your thing, so that way I can be a part, and then I can get some, build their own motion as well too. So it's slowly
facts.
becoming like that, but it takes a minute before it can really get solidified. You know what I mean? Because it's still like they still got the separation. So here they got West End, East End, North
That,
Side, South Side.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I
So
know
it's
it's big.
still
Like
like,
I know
yo,
it's
I'm
big.
repping. You know what I mean? I'm repping
Yeah.
over here. So they still, it's gonna be a little up and down, but for the most part, the new kids coming up, I feel like they more on some collaboration. You know what I mean? I see a lot of young cats. They be working together projects here and there. Like, so now they understand it. Oh shit, like we stronger in forces together. So that's a good thing.
Out of
That's for
all the
sure.
things you say you do, what seems to be your favorite? What's the, because you say you're arbitrary, like you told me, I see your music, I see you in modeling, you do the fashion, you do design. Like, what's your
Yeah.
favorite? What do you enjoy the most about what you do?
What's crazy? Hmm. If it wasn't for my team, I gotta give credit to my team as well too. Before I go forward, shout out Neil Mulan, shout out E the Engine, shout out Beast Boys, shout out everyone who just in association, because I couldn't have done this whole thing, moving with the whole movement all over DMV and Texas. Shit's
I'm glad
crazy,
you say
man.
that,
But it's when
bro.
you take that leap of faith in yourself, you give the rest to God. He give you 50% of the opportunity. The rest is for your execution. So that's up to you if you
Facts.
want to be successful. That goes for anybody. But I would
Facts.
have to say, I think entertainment overall,
I
entertaining
think so.
people, just seeing them, how they engage, how they be reposting, how they be like, yo, this is crazy. Like, whether they love it, whether they hate it. But the fact is, like, I'm topic of conversation for them. So that's a dope thing. Music will always be my heart, but right now it's kind of on the back burner. You know what I mean? Because now that I've understand the whole music industry and entertainment in general. Now I'm like, okay, shit, independent, yo, I could really make some money on the side. I'm going into not just clothing, besides the clothing, entertainment space, venue spacing. That's my major long term goal right there.
Okay.
Getting into the real estate and everything.
And I'm glad to hear you say that as an artist. Like, I'm learning, I'm new to rap and shit. I'm an older dude, but like I want
Yeah,
artists to know like rap is just a small part of who you are as an artist. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, it's like the
That's just the
billboard.
business.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah, it's the
business.
billboard to whatever your product is. My
There you
physical
go.
thing, my clothes sell ASAP. They say, "Oh shit, this is you." They don't even know the whole philosophy, the bridges, Keela, what it represents. They just say, "Yo, this is dope design. Can I put it in an everyday wardrobe? Can I style it?" And that's another reason I do fashion shows. Shout out my business partner, 10 years model strong. We started in Atlantic City Fashion Week. His name's E the Engineer, but he's the one who got me into fashion shows because I was just a music artist. I was like, that'll be a dope idea. Just while they walk, they can walk to my music. But people still don't know it's me. You know what I mean? Because,
Facts,
like,
facts.
again, I don't look how I sound. So when people hear it, they're like, yo, shit, that's you. You know what I mean? So fashion, for real, it's like how you style the pieces. Now, when they see it styled, and I do have stylists on my team, but I tell them the overall execution. Like, this theme is going to be urban elegance. You know what I mean? For
Okay.
Sunday, I'm gonna bring a whole twist to it. Sazon in Spanish is basically flavor.
See,
I'm
I know,
bringing
yeah, I know,
sazon.
yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Domingo, sazon. Nothing but flavor all Sunday. That's what I'm contributing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
When it's our turn to walk. But yeah, just the entertainment.
Nah,
How you style it, if that's gonna make people want to buy into it. That's what I was getting at.
okay, okay. What advice do you have for guys coming up in this industry, bro? Because you're a 10-year veteran. Like, what advice would you have for a person like, say, like that's me? Like, I just started my own merch line. Here go, Drip Kings right here. What do you
For real,
suggest
for real.
for a person starting off this venture, trying to expand?
Content is king. You don't need 3,000, 5,000 to push whatever you're doing in entertainment, clothing, music, ads. All you need is like $100 to $300. Content is king. You can market off your phone and get money off your phone. You know what I mean? Get a number one winning product or go in for something you love to do. And if you're an artist, especially the artists out there too, and this is no matter where you are, who you are, whatever, you need to direct your own things. As far as like learn how to do a little photography, learn how to do a little logo, learn different skills so that way you offer more. The more you offer and contribute to society, the more your value goes up. Oh, he's not just an artist, he's a promoter. He does this and that. He can do some content creation. You know what I mean? Just little
Facts,
things under your belt so that way it's something to get money. Or we can make shirts for us or whatever. You know what I mean? So
facts.
use your voice. God gave you a voice to use. God gave you a brain to think. It's not just, damn, I'm gonna just let so and so do it because that's their profession. Learn a little bit. CapCut is it used to be free, and then they took it off because of the whole Trump shit. But then now
Yeah,
that it's back, it's like $7 monthly, bro. You don't even have to edit this shit. Go on the pre-made templates, pick and choose different videos and photos. Boom, you're done. It takes literally less than a minute. There's no excuse for no artist to be like, I can't get content. Take a day out. Take 30 minutes. And
That's
that
out.
30 minutes, you could shoot 3 videos, chop that up in like 3 different videos, 4 or 5. You know what I mean? I'm going to Miami next month. I'm going to shoot some content out there for maybe one day, 2 days, right? And that
Right.
2 days, it's enough to give me enough content for fucking, I don't know,
Shit.
70 videos, 50 videos.
I'm glad to hear you say this shit, bro.
30-second form, short form content.
You
You know what I
know.
mean?
Now I'm
That's all
glad
they
to
need because
see
no
you.
one's really checking for music videos unless you have a major label behind you. But you do 30
Exactly.
second, at least three days out the week, 30-second content on your reels because reels go to non-followers. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, hey, I'm glad to hear you. I wish I would have had you on free game. Like I got a free game joint. You know what I'm saying? We could have broke this shit down. Now this just this open conversation. I
Yeah,
want to I want to I like educating people, bro. Like as I learn, I
for
like to
sure. Yeah,
educate. And I feel like I learn faster that way. The more I educate, I learn faster. I retain it better. You know what I mean? And that's what a lot of us as artists is missing, like the education part. Like you said, learning about that reels, learning about that content, learning
yeah.
about what it takes to be an artist, not just to be posting shit. You know what I mean? The what it takes part. Like I said,
Mm.
I'm glad to hear you reaffirm a lot of those things, man. So what's the what you said? You said that it's the big show is when? When is this big show again? So the people know, just so they know
Oh
for
yeah,
your
April 27th, this Sunday. And the last thing I want to say for artists too, the major thing for artists, like when I was 18, man, I was doing everything under the sun, spending mad bread and shit. Now that I learned 10 years later, if I had known, damn, if I just had my credit right, you know what I mean? And it'll take
mm,
like 3 months to get your credit on point. Make sure you add a 650 or higher. Oh man, you can get your own bag. And now you'll be in debt to yourself or your business LLC, right? You don't have to be in debt to these major labels who are gonna every time they pay for studio time, that's their music. Remember, if they pay for your studio time, that's their music. They own your music. You pay for your studio time, you own your music. The videographer, make sure to remember this too. Like I did work for this one cat, and he was like, "Yo, don't put those videos up because that's my videos, that's my content." Actually, whoever owns the content on their videography, on their camera, that's theirs. I'm the ownership of that video shit. For real, I have the right to post whatever. But because I had good relations, I'm like, I bet I'm gonna take it down. But
I just learned that. Yeah, I just
yeah,
learned that too. Honestly, it's even deeper than that, bro. It's whoever posted first. Ain't that sad? It's like once you post it, it becomes your copyright almost. It's sad to say. It's
yeah,
like you said, as long as you're a part of it, as long as you're a part of it, I can't just take your shit and steal your phone. But like you said, if you're a part of it in any way, shape, or form, you have rights to it just as well as the next person. You know what
right,
I'm saying?
right.
Which is shitty. But I'm glad that you were able to say that. You know what I'm
Unless
saying?
they sign a contract, then yeah, that changes factors. But if there's no contract involved and it's straight on the camera, then I own the camera shit. That's my content. Shit's
Right.
crazy.
How
Just
how do you?
always make sure they have shit in writing. Like AI, this shit, even if you don't know, I use AI all the time.
There you
For real,
go.
if you don't utilize AI tools, you're gonna be behind because AI is cutting a lot of shit to make the workload faster.
I was gonna ask you that. How do you feel about AI in the creative process? Do you feel like it's a hindrance, or do you feel like it's like because some people I hear when I create music, like I heard an engineer argue with me and say, don't get tips from AI on how to mix and master, figure it out yourself. But what
Nah,
if I don't know how to mix and master and I need to know what the volumes need to be and the levels need to be, right?
the crazy shit is my OGs are telling me to hop on AI. Like I should be the ones telling them. My OGs are like 50, 60. They're like, yo, hop on the AI shit. Hop on the AI shit. You're gonna miss the train. You know what I mean? So if
I'm
my
telling you.
OGs are talking about AI and they, you know what I'm saying? Regardless if you're new or not, you could be. I'm saying you could be 6 months fresh or whatever you want to do. Because literally they be like, how long you been designing or whatever. When I watch this one joint, I think Officer that is on it is about like custom designing streetwear, right? I forgot what it's called.
Right.
But Offset's on it. He asked some kids, and they'd be like, "Oh shit, I just started 6 months ago." You could be fresh out the womb with it, and AI will give you all the essentials you need to do. Just use the brain, you know what I mean, and of course add some creativity to it. Don't just copy and paste. You know what I mean? Make it look
Right.
like the same thing. Add a little creativity to whatever it says. Modify it to whatever your niche, your demographic, to your liking, your style. Go from there.
And I noticed you do a lot for, like amongst you say you have urban wear. By urban
Right.
wear, I know that I'm gonna speak of fashion myself. I know black and
Yeah.
brown don't always share the same fashion sense. So how does that work for you? Is it like everybody's embracing it, or you feel like you design to appeal to the Latin side, or do you split it up? How you do? How does that work for you, bro?
Shit. For real, we got a slogan called "Diversity's trending." You know what I mean? So I feel like there you got to find something. that they like that's gonna fit with their culture, no matter their background. You know what I mean? And then it's run your
Dope.
city, not your lips. So we really for like the zero tolerance, zero bullshit. If you about getting money, you about what you do. You know, you high productivity, you resilient shit. You're gonna resonate with just the message behind the clothing. You're gonna be like, all right, cool. If I fuck with it, I fuck with it. Right now it's just a mix between black and Latinos for real, which is fine. You know what I mean? I got the young
Right.
Spanish cats wearing. I got OGs around the neighborhood rocking it. I got red,
Now
like
you
you,
got some dope stuff. You
mad
got some.
love, man.
You got some stuff that I think fashion in general. I mean, you were deeper in it than me. I've been putting on these clothes for a long time, but I think it's like all blended now. I think it's very blended. I don't think that there's necessarily like the Latinos, the Asians that dress in this way. I think everybody's kind of into
No,
putting
you know
that shit
what's a
on.
major joint, and one of my OGs put me on? Tokyo. Tokyo is where fashion is going
Thank
crazy.
you.
Like that's
Thank
Tokyo
you.
right now. That's the hidden gem right there. Like personally, I love Atlanta, I love Texas, I love New York fashion. But when it comes, if you want to know like earliest and what's on and innovative, Tokyo. You know, Asia be having the most out of pocket shit.
Yeah,
Tokyo,
I
bro.
definitely
The
I
mecca
used
of
to
that shit
argue.
right
I'm
now.
from New York, so they used to
Yeah,
argue. I said New York, the fashion capital, but I ain't gonna lie, them Asians, they
yeah.
respectfully they put it on just like
No, they
everybody else. Like they really into putting that shit on a certain way.
yeah.
You know
They
what I'm saying?
engineering it to another level, and it's like, oh shit. It makes you take back like, damn, that shit fire. Like you would never
Just
think because it's like who's thinking like that? But their
right.
creativity, man, they're pushing beyond. I like it though.
Right. And so how's your are you affordable branding or how's it work? Because I notice guys like Kanye West are starting to turn the corner and starting to make the shit affordable for people. Like
Right.
what's your how do you price range your clothing? What people are looking for? Like what can they look for from the clothing price wise?
Ready to wear. You know what I mean? I'm not
Okay.
knocking over the head, but it's like it's a lot of orders I'm getting now, right? So
Okay.
respectfully, I'm like, if I'm gonna spend time and shipping all this, okay, price is gonna go up. You know what I mean? I'm like, what? 180 for a sweatsuit, but it might be 30% off if you sign up. If you sign up, not only you signing up with the emails, but you joining a whole community like-minded, and you get
Dope.
exclusive VIP tickets to different events. Shit might be even free events. You know what I mean? But if
Dope.
long they're signed up, they're gonna get exclusivity in that. You know what I mean?
Oh no,
And
I'm
they're gonna
glad.
get the
That's dope.
coupons off the rip too.
No, that's dope. That's dope. Like I said, it's tough times out here. So people, like I said, my merch is
Yeah,
I try to keep it
it's
price
tough
friendly.
times, but at the same time, people are getting money out here because just because Trump's in office, that's not gonna stop me from making money.
Oh
That's
yeah,
not
nah, nah,
saving
nah.
other
I
people
mean,
more money. It's a lot of shit that it's crazy as fuck, but it's also affordable because if you like it, you like that shit, you gonna get it. I
oh for
got this
sure.
1-to-1 tracksuit actually, and it's navy blue, and this shit
Is that the one you sent
customized
me a
to
picture of? I think I seen one. That joint was dope. Like, I mean, I'll
yeah.
spend that over a Nike Tech. I mean, I'm gonna be real. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, they
Nike,
got
Nike.
Hellstar going for like 230,
Yeah,
250, 300. You know what I mean? So all depends on the quality of the material. Is it durable? Is it functionable? And can I rock this? When I rock this, are people gonna either notice or take notice, or is it gonna bring some kind of attraction, or is it gonna be low key? So it just depends on those factors. You know what I mean?
facts. Okay, if you could tell your younger self one thing about this industry, what would you tell your younger self?
Hmm. What would I tell my younger self, huh?
Yeah, if
I
you
would
could look
tell
at your
them.
younger self and say, "Look, man, I got one piece of advice for you. This is what I wanted. This is what I learned. What would it be?"
I'd be like, take patience and those moves that you think you're gonna doubt in the future about, damn, I should have done this and that. Don't ever second guess judgment, because I had a deal with I almost well I'll say I had a deal with Rock Nation Latin, right, back when I was 18, and with Bentley Records. All they were waiting for me to do was sign, right? I could have done
Right,
it, but these are my two things at 18. I was thinking, one, they could shuffle me for an artist, whatever, right now really invest in me. And two, I don't have nothing to offer other than rapping. Yeah, I had Hot Song, the one I did with Jimmy. Everyone was
right,
feeling that. Even when I moved out of Northern Virginia and I came down here, A&R for Rock Nation Latin, you know what I mean? Or Rock Nation in general, but Rock Nation Latin where they wanted to put me because Latino and shit, right? I was like,
facts.
I don't want them to know me just for being a Spanish artist. I don't even want to do Spanish music like that. It took me 10 years to really do my first Spanish song, you know what I mean? I just did it
Damn.
last year, and with the Spanish community out here, shit, I know all the major power heads in the Spanish and now urban community. So it's like if I want a song independent wise, I could put it with whoever's the hottest DJ in either or. You know what I mean? They're gonna play off the strength of that relationship and that contribution that I gave. And what was that? Videography, learning different promotion, marketing tactics. Had I done all that other shit prior or not tried it, shit, I would have been signed, but maybe it wouldn't have turned out the way now. It's like shit. When they know I'm around, when Donila's around, they're like, oh yeah, the energy is coming. You know, the woman is coming. You know, the entertainment, the entourage. Like, they're getting the whole nine. We're getting fireworks and shit. You won't think it's the 4th of July.
Now I seen your little. You had a clip that we had in the promo reel where you coming up. You got the big fur on. Like my homeboy was like, "Dang, that's Chapo's people." You know, we joking, we laughing. You know, he just like, "Damn, you look like a." You know, we don't know what's going. You know, that's a great. That's a great
You talking about
marketing thing. Yeah, we don't know who you are. You know what I mean? Which is dope because it keeps you intrigued. It keeps you intrigued.
you see the picture on me and say, they're like, oh, yeah.
Right? Right. I see, like for real. I seen a picture. I'm like, dang, who is bro? Like, I'm thinking we was gonna have a street interview. I swear. I was thinking. I swear to God, Spanish dude from Richmond. I think we about to sit here and chop it up about the street. But the whole time, you know what I'm saying? You in the fashion world, which is like I said, just dope, bro. Like you know, use that. Like people got it. I think people uncomfortable with being an artist. Like I said, bro, put the first shit on. Put that shit on. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
push the boundaries, man. Like, what's the point of being in the game if you're not trying to change things up, shake them up, shake their world up? You know what I mean? So,
Right. With
yeah,
every
you know, everyone
how do
just got
you
to embrace what they already have and just go with that. You don't have to be doing what. Take a little bit of your, like, I don't know, top 3, top 5 artists or whoever you inspire to be like, or like their style. Take a little bit of that and create it and mix it with your flavor, with your sazon,
right.
right?
Right, right. Yeah, now I think a lot of people are scared to take risks, like, because we, you know, judgmental. Everything's judgmental. Social media,
Well,
right?
yeah.
Like
I mean,
everything's
the
under a
dumbest, I ain't gonna
microscope.
lie, the dumbest songs, they be having the firest beat, it be the trashiest songs, they be getting stuck in my head because they got the reputation, they got the repetition, the label, and it's just, you know, they doing it regardless. You know what I mean?
Right.
People are gonna click it, and you don't, I doubt anybody who does those shits care about, oh, this is gonna be talked about. Shit, good, bad promotion, it's still promotion exposure, so, you know, do something
Facts.
different, just try it. And like I said, 30-second form contents on Reels, you're gonna make noise. Anyone and everyone can do this shit, man.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
You
learning,
know?
bro. I'm
They gotta
learning.
build
Like,
their team from within and go to networking events. Step out of their comfort zone. You know what I mean? Because I tell them this too. Your top 5 friends you hang around, you're gonna be the 6th person like them. So are they involved? Are
mm,
they not? Are they unproductive? Or are they getting money? You
mm.
know what I mean? How are they getting money too? Because if they all locked up from getting the money, you know what I mean? You're gonna be the 6th person locked up or knocked off. You know? So you just gotta move smart and with precision. How it's gonna help you elevate. You want to leverage everything you have to your arsenal. For real, for
Dang,
real.
man, that's great advice, bro. Like real shit. And when you say team, like as artists, what do you mean? What does the artist need around them? What do you think? What do you feel like the pieces that artists gonna need around them to make them better? Because we selfish as artists. You know what I'm saying? We think it's just us. Boom, we the star. We need all the shine. Like, and I notice you keep repeating your team and you keep saying your team. So what? You know what members do you feel like a person starting is gonna definitely need around them?
Well, first, they need a videographer, of course. They need someone who's gonna help them. But I actually have it in my car. It's a Pivo stand, right? So you put your phone on it. It can go 360 degrees. It got a remote, and it's like a tripod, right? I think it's like 100, 120 in all total, right? Artists can use that. When I'm solo and I don't have a cameraman, I use that. You know what I mean? I position it at off CapCut. Do. You got to do that. Then when you go and meet other people, or maybe it's your homeboy, be like, yo, bro, I'll shoot you 50. I'll shoot you. I don't know. Let's just say I'll shoot you 40 if you can help me record some content for a few hours or whatever, whatever. You go with me here, there, this event, right? That's easy content you could chop up for like, I don't know, 5 videos, 10 videos, depending on what you
For
do. The
sure.
more you shoot, the more you record, the more content you're gonna get, right?
That
Work with different people. So for me, a lot of times it'll be like, okay, let's say I can't pay this model this shoot, right? I'll be like, I'll
right.
tell you what, I put them in position where they can win and get some money. I'll be like, I know dude need a model. I know X, Y, and Z. They doing pay commissions. Listen, I'm gonna give you the opportunity because you a pretty face, but it's a dime a dozen. But because it's me, they gonna listen to me and they gonna hear what I vouch for and be like, okay, because you fuck with it, let's do it. And then because I know they're reputable, the better they do with them, work wise and shit, the better it looks on me as well too. As far as dude always gives me good people and shit. Da da da. All right, cool. Now I'm connected. Maybe he'll give me, I don't know, a free car in the video to use or whatever. You never know who you're gonna connect with. Always put other people on. You know what I mean? Because I know a lot of us were selfish. You know what I mean? I already know that
Exactly.
that's the human kind of shit. But when you give more, like I said, it goes back to that giving. You give and you put other people on, position to win. Shit. When I was doing promotion out in DC, right?
Right.
Shout out my boy DMV Situations Lamar, right? I helped them out. I think it was like 10 years ago we started that, and all over like U Street, right?
Hmm.
Promoting, going to different clubs, just doing promo. He was like, dog, out of all the cats, you the only one that really outlasted all of them. And it was just straight promoting, or getting the word out, or sending people from Richmond 2 hours away to go to DC, sending like 10 cats out that way. You know what I mean?
Nah,
Because
I'm
people
telling you,
always trying
bro.
to get something to do or mansion parties, whatever. And it's just like that. They just it got to be in them. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of times we look at the material and we value ourselves off material possessions, right? But it's really
Right.
the inside because no one can take away that integrity and that principle that you have to be you. You know what I mean? And
Facts.
people
Nah.
really value that, especially the higher up you go in different spaces, right? They gonna look at that of your character more so than just
Right.
the looks. And then
Th-
you're gonna get credibility, recognition, all that good stuff, comes along with that.
I
And that's
mean,
how you're gonna have a cultivated team. Now they're like, I do good work with him, I stay by his side. Now it's like, man, people be wondering, damn, how he got the models, how he got X, Y, and Z. I got good character, I got good judgment, you know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta see who you can put in position that'll help you out, and it's a vice versa thing. It gotta be a mutual. Think of it like a partnership with everybody, right? And maybe you can't pay them,
nah.
but if
That's
there's a beneficial opportunities around that they can, they can utilize. I mean, shit, that's what I want to put everyone in position of, and not just me. So now, when it's time to pop out and it's time for Sunday, it's gonna be monumental, and they gonna be like, damn, like he got podcasters, he got people doing interviews on behalf of his podcast. That's because how I synchronize everything. You know what I mean? It's all about
oh
just
nah,
taking
you right.
timing and just making sure, okay, how can I help other people become their best, and in turn, it's gonna just give us that like, damn, this motherfucker connected.
Right. I'm trying to preach it with my people. It's like I'm glad to hear you just reaffirm everything I preach amongst my followers and my community on a regular basis. Like even this interview, me promoting you, I got followers from you. You know what I'm saying? That's real shit. When I promoted your, I mean
Right.
that's just how it goes. But I hope that you
No, no,
got some of
facts,
my
yeah.
followers came to you. You know what
And
I'm
it got
saying?
to be careful with that too. Not to cut you off, but got to be careful who you're allowing to put it out in your space, like on your platform. Because let's say you get into it with somebody, guy, girl, whatever. Whoever you just showing on your Instagram or your social media, all your followers, let's say it's 10, 30 people, they just followed them. Now they're following some person on fuck shit. You know what I mean? So it all
Yeah.
depends too. You got to really go through and you got to, like, give them a trial day and who you're going to do, whatnot, especially when it's new people around.
I hear you. I see you got the podcast too. What's up with that? Tell people about that. I didn't see any footage of it, but I see you had the podcast thing. What's going on with that?
Yeah, so I ain't gonna lie, that podcast shit is dope as fuck. I love doing that shit. Really just talking about what it means to be in the Keela mindset, right? What to
Okay.
be, how is it to be a quality, unique individual leading America. So I'll talk about what I'm going through on the daily, right? I'll pop
Right.
up on there. I'll talk about topics that I see throughout the world or that week, and I'll correlate it with something that I'm reading or a movie, and I'll put it in perspective, just to give like it's like if I was talking to my younger self, I would be giving game to my younger self. So if I can help
Right.
whatever nationality out, right, Asian, white, black, whatever, you know what I mean, to be on game, because I'm 29 right now. I just turned 29, but if I can help somebody become the best version of themselves, or just even like an ounce of just like if it's like a salt, a sand sprinkle of like the knowledge that I gave them, you know what I mean, to really use and just push out there. Yo, I want the best for everybody out in the world, from local to global. I feel like everyone can make it. They just gotta see it. They gotta believe it. You know what I mean? So I'm like, shit. I ain't never go to college, university, and I told myself
Damn.
back in 12th grade, I'm gonna make sure that this piece of paper never defines like who I am, and it stands to the test of time. Cause shit is part of my testimony. Every time I'm on that podcast telling what I'm doing and how it's going, because I've talked about my frustrations or X, Y, and Z or dealing with whatever chick. You know what I mean? Like you'll get to see in real time what I'm going through, what I'm doing, how I'm moving, or how to even present yourself in different spaces. You know what I mean? Because even for me,
Nice.
certain things are new, but another big thing too is people need to invest in mentorship. So if they
Man,
really
I'm
want to
telling you, bro.
excel in whatever profession you want to do mentorship. Spend that 1,500, spend that 2,500. It might sound like a lot. Do negotiation, do a payment plan. You know what I mean? Do 150, lowest 100, 150 a month. You know what I mean? And they already been there, done that, everything you want to do. So no matter if you're young, old, whatever, you want to learn from the best. All right, you want to do the best, learn from the best, basically.
Man, you say a lot of stuff. I ain't gonna lie. You say a lot of stuff that I study. Like, just like I said, I'm really a student of this shit, bro. Like, cause I'm so new, so
Mm-hmm.
I try to soak up as much game as I can. Trying to, the learning curve. I'm trying to push myself ahead of everybody. You know what I'm saying? If I got the
Right, right.
information, but you
But
saying a lot of stuff that,
it's like people can know the information, but will they do it? Because I can run into cats all
right?
the time, and they be like, "Yeah, they hearing me, but they not really hearing me." You know what I mean? Because
They
it
not.
takes a lot to be me, bro. This shit ain't cheap. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I
Like
know, bro.
it
I'm
takes a
telling you,
lot to be
even the
DONILA or whatever.
mental.
I move how I move.
How do you handle put like this? I'm like I feel like I'm a leader of the pack too, and you sound like you want. How do you handle the mental stress of like dealing with everything all the time? Like you the planner, you the negotiator, you the judge, jury, and gavel, like you said. So if you that one, how does that mentally wear on you? When do you get a break, bro? When do you
You
get
know
a
what?
break?
It's funny because people always ask me, "How the fuck are you everywhere but nowhere at the same time?" Right? They're like, "Yo, they see me everywhere because I do maybe I'll shoot Sunday and I'll chop everything up. Maybe I'll shoot Saturday and I'll edit everything Sunday and I post one per day. So now it looks like I'm all over, but really I just did it in one day. You know what I mean?
Day,
At
right,
different angles. It's really
right.
just delegating. You delegate to skelegate. You know, delegate to
Okay.
scale up. Basically, you know, I delegate positions. I delegate tasks. That's why I'm not really stressing about this whole week. All I got to do is just show up. I show up and I make sure I'm presentable because when people don't see me with the whole entourage and everybody, I'm still me. I'm still the brand before everybody even got associated. Y'all just seen from the outside in of where I'm right now, but I started this shit back all the way back for real, for real. I did the LC 2020, but I didn't start this shit back until 2012 when I really started selling clothes from the music and the rapping and people from the high school wearing the merch. You know what I mean? So
Right.
yo, man, it just like delicate scale up, man. That's all it is. Less stress, you know. And I have the people who like like 50 Cent said it in I forgot which book it was, but basically he was like he allowed the people in college universities to work under him, right? And
Mm-hmm.
let them deal with whatever thing their strong suit is. Now
Right.
he don't have to worry about that shit, but they're under him. You know what I mean? So they'll put it in his ear. Like people will put shit in my ear. Oh, okay, okay. By association, you know how they say guilty by association if did a crime and shit. Whoever you were with.
Right.
Now because I'm with these intellectuals, because I'm associated with them, dude thought I knew all about shoes because my stylist was talking to him about shoes. I know the certain shoes I like, and that's it. You know what I mean? And now dude's like, nah, you know about shoes, you know about different designers or whatever, to an extent. But I mean, it's because maybe I start talking less when I'm around certain people, because I'm watching how people are. I'm watching their characteristics. I'm watching and studying them. And some people don't even realize I'm studying them. That's why I get quiet, right? Because I'm like I'm acting accordingly to fit however whatever you're talking about. Is it either going to be an asset or you're going to be a liability? And they'll show their true colors, especially when they put their defenses down, which is I feel like that's one of my specialties. Is you let your guard down, you're gonna tell me everything. Just let people talk about themselves. You know what I mean? Everyone loves talking about themselves. They're gonna reveal their true intentions, or at least how they move and talk accordingly. Oh, you judge this off that, or whatever, whatever. It could be little things, but they don't think I'm paying attention. And then other people talking for me. Now it's just that perception plays a key role, and artists want that perception shit, right? So
Right.
hang around the people you want to be hanging around to be, associated with. So that's pretty much it. So now, right now for the clothing brand, it's more so I know all the producers of a lot of major artists, right? So now I'm like, okay, it's more quicker if I give it to their stylist team, to their management team, than it is going straight for the jugular, because it's gonna be just straight to the management team anyways on social media. So if I give it to one of the production and management, give one, and it's like a gem, right? Give a free merch to that management, and then give another one and say, oh, I also have another size for your artist, da 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 da. Then it's 50-50.
Thank
They
you for
might
that
wear it.
tip,
But
bro.
you got to get it to them. You got to get it in the face. And they got to dictate, is it hot or is it not? And if they fuck with it
Send
off
me, hey,
restraint
while
and
we
you already have
talking,
relationship with the production people, shit, it's so much closer than you just trying to get that free endorsement off that. You know what I mean?
remind me to send you some merch, bro. Just to send you a t-shirt.
I
I
need
mean,
that. I
just
need that.
remind, bro. I literally just started this adventure. Like I've been rapping for about a year. I just started the adventure with the merch probably 6 months ago, and
If you
I'm
got
like,
any hats, bro, any hats, cause
this.
black hats,
You like this?
white hats, cause
You
I
like
like
this
to,
right here?
neutral.
You like this right here? Philly thing, Super Bowl.
Is it?
For Philly thing, Super Bowl.
Yeah, I wear that shit.
I got you.
If you
That's on
got
the
it,
way.
if you got it in white or black, either
I
one,
got it
I'm
in
good.
black. This coming.
I
This on
need
the
that.
way to you. That's on the way
All
to
right,
you
I
then.
need that.
Yep, that's on the way to you then.
Philly like my second home. I think we talked about it briefly, but shout out
Yeah.
to Goat Promotions. I was doing promotion out there with her probably like 6 years ago, right? Wild guy and shit, and always starting off the parties. She'd be like, "Yo, Patron." Back then, my name was Patron, right? She'd be like, "Yo, Patron, ain't nobody jumping in the pool. Can you start it up?" I'm like, "Say less." Jump in that water, make sure the
What
team
you
get in
doing
it.
August 8th and 10th? What you doing August 8th and 10th? I got a festival up here, bro. I'd love to introduce you to the people up here to try to get you. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? We trying to build a night scene, bro. And I think that
Okay.
somebody like you and like
Yeah.
me could kind of show them. But we got venues, bro. We got venues, but we ain't got nobody organizing them. So I got a festival appearance. I want you to come out there. Like they do vendors. You can come bring your merch. Like I'll put you in with the vendor people so you can
You
make you
said
some
it's
dollars
a
while you're there.
festival.
Yeah, it's a festival called Mass in the Grass. Look it up. It's August 8th
Is
through the
it what
10th.
kind of performances they do?
They do all types. There's gonna be a hip hop night. They're gonna have a
Word.
it's put like this. It's like Woodstock, a hippie. They're gonna have flamethrowers, EDM music. They got rock music, but they're gonna have all inside will be all hip hop, and then outside will be kind of like the EDM scene, the rock, the
Okay.
screamo, what all that shit is. They just 5 years running, but I think I want you up here because I think you could utilize some of these people that are the planners up here. I don't think because we need a nightlife. We're missing. We have artists, we have shows, but we don't have a nightlife. So I think
Okay.
you could
Now
capitalize
I'd
off it.
love to come out there. Yeah, for sure. We could set it up. I would love to perform something too. I don't even
No,
have to do
hey,
many
bro,
sets.
put it like
One or
this.
two songs, I'm good. I'm
Hey, put it
satisfied,
like
and I
this.
bring the merch and the models, bro, as a bonus.
All right, well, I'm gonna tell you this. This is what I can promise you. This is what they
Yeah.
promised me. If I got a song with an artist, they can perform with me. So I mean,
Okay.
however we got to do it, even if it's just me singing the hook for you, you can come perform in my set. You're a lock. You know what I'm saying? I'm already
Okay.
on the roster. Yeah, you're guaranteed with me. You know what I'm saying? Just for doing this for me. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Just
a
for
bet,
chopping it
and I'm
up.
gonna give you content when I'm over there too, cause I'm nice with the camera work and everything. So
All
I'm
right,
gonna
well,
hook you
bet.
up
Well,
with
look,
that too.
lock it in then. Lock it in. 8th
Okay.
and the
You said
10th,
which
and
one? What is it? August what?
August 8th through the 10th. I'm gonna be there streaming. I know I'm gonna perform one day, but I'm gonna be there like getting content. I'm gonna interview
Okay.
artists. I'm gonna do all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna sell my merch too. I'm gonna crank the merch. Like they ain't got no merch people up here, bro. Like in Richmond, there's plenty of merch people. Like up here, bro. Put like this. I went to the show. I'm the only artist with merch. I'm the one only
Okay.
artist. You know what I'm saying? So you
Yeah.
gotta remember, it's like I said, it's a good opportunity up here, and I think we need your brain. Respectfully, when I say that, like I want to learn, like because you
Yeah.
already been, and I've been in prison for 10 years, but I've been in the club scene. I've been doing all this shit a minute, but a
Mhm.
lot of the shit is like planning, like the execution of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The planning's one
Event.
thing.
When it comes to event coordination, I'm your guy for that, cause that's literally what I do. Like
Well, I'm gonna throw some
like
shows
everything
up here.
coordinating and delegating. Like that's how everything can be so smooth for me right now, and I'm not stressing about the week. Everyone's like, "Yo, you ready? You ready?" I'm
Yeah.
like, "What's there to get ready about?" Like I already visualized success. I already visualized the win. I already visualized how it's gonna feel. I'm already saying, I'm like, "Yo, like respect to everyone doing," cause there are like 2, 3 other brands that I'm excited for. PLV, Three Scoops. You know what I mean? Nobody. Like I'm excited for these other brands too, because we in the same community, or they coming from 757. And regardless what anybody wants to say, I'm such like a energetic and positive person that the right people gonna gravitate towards me, and they gonna see it regardless. So I'm never worried. Oh, why didn't I talk to dude or da da da? It feels meant to be. It's meant to be, and it's gonna happen. Just like how this interview was meant to be.
Oh, nah, for sure. That's why I said something about us was supposed to cross paths. I guess we'll figure that out down the line. You know what I'm saying? As much as our
Right.
paths cross, as much as they continue to cross. But like I said, I definitely want you to come, and even before that show, bro. I'm gonna be throwing some shows up here. We need artists. You got a slot, bro. You get here, you got it, bro. I can't offer much. I'll try to work on paying you, bro. We just starting,
Oh
bro,
yeah,
but we
yeah.
got the spots. You know what I'm saying? But I'll
Okay.
help it any way I can. Promo. I'll shoot the content with you. I shoot content. You know what I'm saying? I'll do whatever just to get you up here and kind of like I want the people up here that I'm dealing with, the artists, to see that
Yeah.
that we're not where we could be. You get what I'm saying? If
Right.
that makes sense. Just imagine
Right.
if
Right. Right.
Reston or Northern Virginia opened up a fairgrounds and gave you a place to perform every weekend. You could go crazy
Yeah.
with that, right? We're not doing
Yeah.
that up
Yeah.
here.
Go
You know what I'm
super.
saying? And that's what
Yeah.
we got.
I'm not even worried about the payment for real right now. More so, it's like just make sure the slot is 100%. I'm out
100%.
there, and I have a spot out there. I'm a part of this social joint, right? And I
Uh-huh.
told you already behind scenes, but I want to introduce you over there because they're connected all country, over the states, in all over Italy, Japan, Tokyo, Philly,
So
Texas. Like I want to go. You know what I mean? You and me are gonna go. We're gonna politic over there, shoot some content over there. You know what I mean? I want to introduce you to them over there, so that way you can get acclimated with them, and maybe I don't know, maybe you do business with them, maybe you offer your services to them. That's
oh
my
yeah,
main thing. I'm here to be a liaison of all sides, all versatility. You know what I
I
mean?
like that about you, bro. I ain't gonna lie, cause I'm like I don't I'm not a believer in like keeping your resource, cause like put like this, somebody I could be dealing with, I don't flourish with them, but you could, you know what I'm saying? But you
Right,
could, you know what I'm saying? That's
right.
always my
You send
mentor
me
with it,
in
like
there. I'm the hitman that's never seen. You know what I mean? They don't see me coming
nah, everybody need that.
until it's already too late.
Yeah, everybody 100% need that, bro. And like I said, bro, I'm definitely glad that you could come up here and tell the guests, you know what I'm saying, some of the stuff, because you got a lot of information from just the mileage. A
Yeah.
lot of people don't realize it takes time in this shit, and experience beats it all, bro. Experience is gonna beat it all, right? Like you preach the mentor thing, this experience shit.
And also too, to add to that, a lot of people take for granted the free knowledge that's on YouTube University, right?
Thank you.
But they value it once they had to put a price to it, right? So that's why people who speak or whoever, they'll charge for things, because now you're valuing exactly what they're saying. And when you see the repertoire, everything on the credential list, then it's like, damn, well, it makes sense why I pay him 500, 2,000, whatever it is. The perception got to be there, and the criteria under your portfolio got to be there as well.
For
You know what I
sure,
mean?
for sure. And like I said, I'm learning that too, because I'm an artist, so I started doing all this shit because I got tired of paying for the wrong things. You get what I'm saying? Like
Facts. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
got tired
It's a
of it.
lot of loopholes, man. It's a lot of smoke and
Yes,
mirrors in this shit. But now that
thank you,
you and me get in some shit, bro, shit, we gonna make that shit look like it was supposed to be headliner, but we was just number two on the line, or whatever it is, bro. Like we
thank
can
you,
do that because we got
thank
the
you.
creativity. Because there's me and there's you, and it's our platforms. You know, it's not them. It's us. It's
Right,
what we want to push. Anybody else can put whatever. I'm never mad either. And also, artists, whoever's listening afterwards or now, never get mad if you do something with a bigger platform than you and they don't post it up. Think about it like two ways. One, maybe that shit would have made you look dumb as shit because you didn't know certain questions, right? Or two,
right.
it wasn't supposed to be, and it's like, all right, cool. They not fucking with me until I'm on. I bet now you have something leverage when you do pop the way you're supposed to, with a team and management and people that believe in you. Yeah, but first you got to believe in yourself. So make your
Damn
best
right.
moves. Make your next move your best move.
Damn, I'm glad to see it said. Before we wind down, brothers, anybody you want to shout out? I know you shouted out some people in the middle, but
Um,
anything you want to anybody you want to give shout outs to? If I clip this shit up, you know that they got their little shine.
right. I gotta say, shout out one of my, like, this is home base for me. Shout out Richie Vass. Shout out KML. You know, Cal University. That's what I graduated from. That's a chocolate
Okay.
university. We get into that further details next time. But yeah, that's about it, man. Shout out the whole Kilo Family Empire. Y'all tu sabe. Aye! That means we
And
there.
one more
Means
and one
holla
more
at me,
question.
holla back. Aye, Ela. That means, there he is. That's where he
One
is.
more question, because you always got the ladies around. For the ladies that's watching, you single, you mingling, what you doing? What's the deal with that?
I'm a single guy. I ain't gonna lie. I'm focused on the brand, the vision. That's my baby. You know what I mean? So I'm like a full-time father and shit. But if the ladies want to be around, they want to politic. Either we can do business shit, or holla, mommy, we can do some things. You know what I mean? You won't have a hell of
Okay.
experience with DONILA, but that's it. You know, what's known don't gotta be too sad and shit. But like tonight, tune in tonight. I'm gonna be on 101 the fam. You know what I mean? And we got the model Juicy, and we gonna see if it's juicy. Tu sabe? Aye.
I like that, bro. I appreciate you tapping in, bro. I'm gonna be in contact. You already know I'm trying to make it down to your show, bro. And like I said, we're gonna do part two after after we
Hell
travel this
yeah, part
journey a
two
little
gonna
bit.
be in person, and that's what I'm trying to do. Like, if we do the part two out there in the festival, or even half of part two there and half the other part at
At the
that
festival.
lounge I'm telling you about,
Okay.
solid, bro. That shit, yo, ain't nobody gonna have it, bro. It's gonna be first under your belt. Oh yeah, that shit's gonna be next level. Cause I know they got a rooftop out there. That shit's gonna be
Oh,
fire.
let's do it then. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll get there, bro. Like I said, we're gonna work it out. Anything about an opportunity or anything I can learn from, bro, I'm there. Anything to do with the branding, anything, I'm there. Definitely, I'm gonna get your shit. I'm gonna try to send you something just to get you the hat, shirt, whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Support, show some love. But appreciate you, man, bro. Like I said, feel free to
And
come
one
on,
more
talk to the
thing,
town.
last minute piece of gym advice for all the artists:
Okay.
promote on meta ads. Meta ads, not Instagram boosts. That shit's just gonna get it seen. but not people actually buy into it and do conversion. Like you need a funnel, you need a whole funnel system. Basically, is going to collect different people, retarget them, meta, and that's where the AI comes back in. You need AI insights to track and get your demographics.
To see,
Know your
okay,
audience. That's the main thing. Know your audience, know yourself, and you're gonna pop and believe in yourself, regardless of what anybody says. You know what I mean? Hey,
facts,
motherfuckers could say whatever they want about me right now, but who's hot in the city? I run my city, not my lips. You know what I mean? And when I
bro.
do, it's because the nigga hot. You know what I'm saying?
Right, you having a red carpet event. How many dudes that been saying they doing that? You feel me?
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
you a
Yo,
part of
man, it
it.
was funny. I mean, I'll tell you one quick story and then we out. But long story short, my business partner told me probably like 6 months ago. He told me, there was a cat. The same cat. I went when I was 18, and I said, "Yo, listen to my music." He was like, "Give me a CD." Right, and he gave me the runaround. All right, cool, whatever. Now that I'm on and who I am, doing what I do, 10 years later, that same guy seeing this as competition, like, yo, y'all cool, but wait until I get my clothing brand out, like, back out. But you already out in the city, you already doing your own thing, you know what I mean? How you hating on a young guy doing his own thing, and now you see me as competition because now I'm a threat. Now you understand the vision because everyone else talking about it around him, and he's saying it, post after post after post. And the more they see you on Instagram, the more they gonna tune in. It takes someone to hear or see your content 7 times or more for them to actually get interested before they actually press follow
Thank you,
before they
bro.
want
Thank
to do it.
you.
You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm just saying, I got another show, free game. I be telling this shit, and I'm glad that you coming on here so somebody else can hear somebody else besides me. Just say it. Like I'm not trying to get over on nobody.
Yeah, because motherfuckers be trying to think like this shit is so exclusive and secretive, right? But this shit is like it's free game. Like anyone and everyone can eat. It's just like who's gonna actually listen. Like I've listened to people. Shout out Richard on the Florida podcast. That's hot in Atlanta, right? And this one cat from SCB talking on it, and he basically be interviewing other people who do mentorships or other people who have courses and whatnot. And there was this one cat, and he does venue spacing. I learned from that. I'm like, yo, this is dope. He got 5 different businesses in one business. I'm like, now that's something I can invest my money in, right? Don't need no mediator. I can invest in that and get my money 10 times fold. Because dude making like 10K a month. His students making 10K a month, and he's breaking it down to the ridiculous on each step and everything. Dog, I already bought his course, dog. I bought that shit for $2,000, right? And everything is
Watch how
dope.
much you about to make. Watch how much you about to
Killer
make, bro.
Entertainment. Just know Killer Entertainment is coming.
I know it is. I know it is. Y'all gonna throw me an album release party. I already know you gonna fuck him up. I already
Hey,
know what's
bro, we
happening.
got the whole studio out here. Shout out Hitsville. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I'm
You
gonna come
definitely
do
got to
some
come through
recording. I'm gonna come
Hitsville,
do
and we
some
gonna make
recording.
hits back to back. We can do the release right there. I can have Certified Magazine. Throw
We're
you in
gonna do the
an
whole
interview
thing.
with
I
them and
got an
shit.
EP coming end of the summer. I got an EP coming. I'm just dropping right now, building a buzz, bro. And we're
Hold
gonna
up.
do we're gonna lock in on some real business because I like the way you talking. Like I said, I just like the fact that you preach an opportunity for folks, black, brown, whatever the color they are, other than
Right,
yourself.
right, right,
You
right.
get what I'm saying? That's a big thing in this for me. That's like a big thing, like the opposite of a red flag, like a green flag. Like, bro, anybody who's preaching not just they self, because like you keep saying from the beginning, bro, you need people need you, right? And we need each
Yeah.
other. Like that's how it go, bro.
No
You know?
bull. I mean, yeah, the urban community been heavy on, like I said, the hood of South Side been heavy on support. The Latino community. Once I made myself available, because it's like I don't really talk Spanish like that, right? Like growing up, I ain't really talk Spanish like that. So a lot of a lot of friends be like black, white, whatever, and
Right,
Hispanic, but they ain't talking it like that, right? So when I
right.
came out here, it was more when I came out here because I'm the only Latino cat doing what I'm doing, speaking how I'm speaking, moving how I'm moving, and all these different atmospheres the way I'm doing because I know how to conduct myself accordingly to all right. These people, all right, they more like suit up. All right, cool. I know what that's gonna be that effect, right? Over here,
Right.
hip hop. All right, if I do my tracksuit, my windbreaker, I know what that effect's gonna be like. You know what I mean? You want to dress for the right occasion and know. I don't want to say know your prey, but know your
Know the
people. You know what I
room.
mean?
Know the
Know what you're
room.
gonna be around, so that
Yeah,
way you
learn
could
the
be
room, bro.
acclimated appropriately. Huh?
Right. Like I said, I have that, I'm learning that because I'm a street nigga. So like I'm learning everything can't be the street. You know what I'm saying? If I go
Right.
places, sometimes it's time to put on something different, right? I can't put on the Nike Tech ski mask, right? Can't go that
Yeah,
way,
yeah,
right?
you can, yeah.
Right? Because they automatically gonna be thinking, oh, we ain't fucking with
Yeah,
that. You know what I'm
he's
saying?
trying to be on some bullshit. He's trying to be on some lion shit. Yeah, get him the fuck out of
Right,
here.
and we ain't on. We just on
Hmm.
prospering. That's all. But we got some shit that's in us. Like right, they say it's in you, not on you. Right, it's some shit that we trying to shake,
Facts.
but it's just
Now,
hard
I
to.
wear ski mask if I know I'm about to be on some whole. it's another it's on a lot of shit that's pure fuckery, and I know some shit about to go down. I'm with the shit too, but hey, sometimes. You just gotta dress accordingly to the right atmosphere. You're not gonna wear a
Nah,
suit and tie to some shit where the function might get shot up at. You know what I mean? You're gonna be the first hit.
facts,
They're gonna be like,
facts.
yeah, get him. He look like a billionaire.
Yeah, get his ass.
Get Pretty Boy over here.
Nah, but I
Yeah.
appreciate you, bro. We're gonna chop it up more and more. Like I said, August, man, get here with me, bro. Like you can perform. I'll share my time with you, bro. Like
Yeah,
you got
send me
that
all the
word.
information because I plan to go
I
to
got
Miami.
you.
Like I said, it's May 28th to June 1st. So, if
I'll
I
send
go
you
there or
everything.
unless I go to a grand opening in Maryland, because clothing gonna be in there and everything. Yeah.
And we working on getting, like I said, every Saturday where we got some local artists performing up here, but it extends to you and your folks too. Like I said, we'll work on everything else from there. But they giving us the green light. We just got to build it, bro. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
that's a
That's all.
bet. You say you have merch, so
Yeah.
there's a grand opening June 1st. I'm gonna just send you the I don't know if it's this. I think it's the email. You show them, and they're gonna have already like 1,000 other brands in their store. So definitely put it in, and it's gonna be in Maryland. So I'm gonna
Okay, I'll
definitely
be
get
there.
or Baltimore, one of those. But I'll send
But
you the
I need a
information.
mentor with the merch. I need a
Yeah,
mentor. I'm just gonna be real. The music, I'm kind of got that, but the merch, I'm a baby, bro. I don't know what to do. I got
bro,
a
I'll put
fucking
you on, bro.
thousands of
Whatever
dollars of
logo
merch
you
sitting there.
have, you don't even need a vinyl machine and heat press. Okay, I'm lying. You need a heat press, but I could
I
put you
got
on so
that.
people out here. Supplier, DTF is direct to film. Basically, think of like like a cookie sheet, right?
Right,
Imagine a cookie sheet, and on that cookie sheet, it has all the different logo images that you want on it, right? It
right,
has, I don't know, whatever logo, different sizes, 4x4, 9x9, whatever. 9x9 is like the front of the
right,
shirt, 4x4 is like the chest, right?
right,
So you just put as many as you can, and then DTF might cost you 30 bucks. With 30 bucks, you get a whole roll. It might be like you can put, I don't know, heat press maybe like 20, 30 different designs, depending how big they are, right? And you're actually saving money because each shirt you're gonna charge is like $25 to $30 anyways. You know what I mean? So
right,
you get
right,
that money back with one shirt. And imagine you have 19 other logos.
right.
You gotta
Nah,
just
I'm gonna
supply your own
definitely
shirts,
I want to chop
and
it up
she
with you
ships
about
it
like that.
out too. You just need
Yeah,
a heat press. That's it.
bro, I got that shit too. I got all that shit. Like it's crazy. We're gonna chop it up more because
It's
like I
real
have
easy,
access.
man. It's just like once you know, you do better, and you don't have to
Right.
spend money.
Nah,
And
it
the
ain't.
fabric of your clothing too. Is it next level? Is it Bella canvas? Is it shock aware? The heavier
This
the
it's pretty
garment, the
deep.
more
Like I said,
perceived
it ain't.
of the
We
value.
starting. We just starting. So it ain't top of the line, but it ain't bottom either. You know what I'm saying? 100% cotton
As long as
still.
it's not gilding, don't do gilding, bro.
Nah,
Don't do
it's
gilding.
100% cotton.
Do
We still
gilding if it's a
100% cotton.
sample,
I'm
huh?
gonna send you some shit. I'm gonna send you a sample. You tell me
Okay.
where to go. You get what I'm saying? You deeper in this shit. I'm just like I said, I
Yeah,
just
yeah,
picked it
man.
up.
I'll give you the whole list and shit. I'll be like, yo, do it here, do it here. If you want custom shit, deal with this manufacturer. We got like 20, 30 different manufacturers. Because of the whole Trump and all that shit, we're going to have to move different manufacturers. Now we might have to look into Venezuelan, Vietnamese manufacturer, Pakistan, you know what I mean? Because
Right.
now China's taxing so much on some bullshit. Now it's like Pakistan, the other ones that were getting looked over, now they're being looked into, you know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, like I said, bro,
Like the
you
tracks I
probably
just got made, Pakistan. You know what I mean?
yeah, you got to do what you
I
got to
got a
do for the
design
pocket.
team. I got everybody. If you need somebody to help you with more custom stuff, they charge. But like I said, you know what I mean. You pay to play in this game in all aspects of life. You know what I mean. But it's for leverage. It's for growth, and
I'm
that's
gonna
what we're
lay it
doing.
out on the table for you. You tell me where we go. I'm gonna tell you this. I got some good tools available at my fingertips, but you might have better tools, or you might have ways for me to tweak the tools I got.
Right.
Like I said, I'm so new to it. I don't know what's good or bad. Does that make sense? I
Yeah,
ain't
yeah,
been
yeah.
dealing with it long enough.
I mean, as long as you see what's on trend, you don't have to do the same thing what's on trend for everybody else. But
Right.
you do to what your audience, whoever your audience is, it's your style, but not really for yourself. It's more so for your audience. What do your customer like? What do they gravitate to? What is their age range? I mean, shit. Like you could ask all these questions to AI Meta on Instagram, and they'll tell you your demographic, your niche, and everybody. It'll give you your whole
Damn.
marketing plan on that shit for the free, bro. That's why AI. And in Spanish, you know how we pronounce AI? I-E.
Aye.
That's why I go I-E. You know what I'm saying?
Aye, we with it there. Aye, we with it.
Exactly. We with
I'm
that
gonna be
IE shit.
fucking with them all day. But
Mm-hmm.
like I said, definitely glad to have you. I'm gonna try to tap in to get down there with you so I can soak up some of that game, bro. Just support you and all that shit.
Appreciate it, man.
We gonna talk off camera about some shit. I'll call you when I get a chance, bro, and we're gonna chop it
That's a
up
bet.
about that event. But appreciate you coming through, man. Wish you the best of luck, bro, in your future endeavors, bro.
Appreciate it, bro.
All right, love my dude.
Wow.